happy 3rd of October. It's so exciting because today is the release day of Clue 1 of the Stephen West. It's really early. The Stephen West Mystery Knit Along Go Go Dynamo. So I'm stupidly excited. I got up about 5:30 today and it is now 6:45. So I start work about 6 in the morning, maybe a bit earlier if I can eat my breakfast quick enough. But yeah, this morning I was not eating quick. I don't know if you can tell, but I am still under the weather. And it is first thing in the morning, so my sinuses are always a bit troublesome first thing in the morning. But yes, super excited for today. How are you all? I hope that you're all having a lovely October so far. I know we're only 3 days in, but yeah, I do love this time of year. But I'm excited because the sun is rising, so I'm going to take you outside and just give you a little view. Oh, I love this time of day. Hang on. Oh gosh, beautiful, isn't it? I love this time of day. It is my favourite and it's a beautiful temperature out there. It's like, oh, it's just fresh. It's beautiful. Absolutely love it. But yeah, I better get back to work because I don't know what time the Clue comes out. It's usually around midday, but it can come a bit earlier. So we shall see. My plan is to maybe cast on around lunchtime. We'll see how the day goes because it might be a really busy day. But anyway, I am going to get back to work and I will check back with you all in a little bit. Hello everyone. Look what's here. Clue number 1 has been released. I am so excited. It is like, it's 9:20 at the minute. So it's earlier than I thought it was going to come, which is really exciting to me. I don't know what time it actually came out. I just had an email come through and I was very, very excited. So obviously I printed it out. And I'm taking 5 minutes just to show you. I'm so excited. I'm not going to spoil anything, don't worry. I am just letting you know I'm really excited about this. My throat has took a turn for the worst, in case you can't hear, and it's really sore. I just had a meeting with one of my colleagues and I was really struggling to speak. So I'm trying not to squeal about how excited I am that this is now out. As I said, I'm not going to spoil anything right here, but I will just say there is one section. So Stephen usually splits his clues up into sections and he gives them a heading. So it gives you an idea of what you're going to be doing. And I think it's one of the sections, I'm not going to tell you which, but one of the sections is something I've not done before. And if it is what I think it is, I'm very excited because, as I said, I've not done it before and it's something that I do want to do because I've seen it in a pattern before and I've wanted to try it. So I get to try it if it's what I think it is. It might not be, but you never know. Anyway, it is here. I'm really excited. I'm not going to watch the video. As I said, I will probably cast on around lunchtime when I have my lunch break and get started. I have read the first couple of lines, so I kind of have an idea of what's happening. The video should also be available. But as I say, the way I like to do it is I don't like to watch the video unless I really need to. I will watch the video after I've done the clue, just because I love watching Stephen's videos anyway. He's such a delight to listen to. And I learn a lot from watching them because he'll sometimes give you tips and tricks and helpful hints as you're making the shawl. And sometimes, I think I've said this before, sometimes I'll watch the video after having done the clue and I'll think, oh, I wish I'd have watched the video first because he gives nice ways of doing it and easier ways of completing a section, for example, like how to carry yarn up the side or whatever it may be. So they are very useful to watch. But yeah, I just have it in my head. I just like to do the pattern as best I can and then watch the video after I've done it. It's just the way I am. But if I do come across something that I'm unsure of, that video is there and it's always fantastic. I love it. But yeah, I mean, everybody does it in their own way, which is what makes it unique and exciting. So before I get back to work, I just wanted to quickly show you an update on my Tomas pullover because I have done a bit more on it. As I said yesterday, I have picked up the sleeve for it. Hang on, let me move this. I have picked up for the sleeve. Now, it looks really odd because the amount of stitches that you pick up is really not a lot. So you can see it kind of jumps down here. So I went on to Ravelry and I looked up a lot of the projects, because on Ravelry you can click on the projects tab on a specific pattern that you're looking at, and it will show you loads of projects that everybody has made of this pattern. And I went through them, and a lot of them, they did look similar to this before blocking. So hopefully a bit of blocking magic will sort it out. But I don't know, I think what I'll do is I'll get to a certain stage in the sleeve, then I'll put it on a barber cord, and then I'll block it similar to what I did with my pink fizz, because I found that extremely useful, blocking as you go. And I'm definitely unsure about this sleeve. It is definitely the right size. I've definitely picked up the right amount of stitches. It just looks a little bit weird, to say the least. But it's interesting. It's a different way of constructing the sleeve than I'm used to. So I'm quite interested to see how that's going to work. I think it'll be okay, because when I don't know. I just don't know. But that's my plan. So I just wanted to show you that I have picked up the sleeve. I've done a bit of knitting. And yeah, we'll see how we get on. But obviously now the mystery knit-along's out, who knows what I'm going to be able to get done. But that is the progress so far, and I'm really happy that I picked up for a sleeve. Sadly, I may need to rip it back and do something else with it. I don't know. But at least I've progressed. So that is good. But yeah, I'm going to get back to work now. I was going to go for a walk this morning, but I'm just not feeling it, if I'm honest, which is no excuse at all. But I was supposed to go on my bike this morning because I have an event to do. I've rescheduled it for the weekend, so hopefully I'm feeling much better at the weekend. But yeah, just feeling a bit rotten today. I had a really good night's sleep last night, so I feel better in myself, I think, but I don't know. I'm not well. It's really annoying. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work, and yeah, I'm really excited. So excited. I can't wait to see everyone else's. I can't wait to hear about how you're getting on with it as well. But yeah, I will quickly say it here before we get into more. Please, if you do comment on your thoughts and feelings and your progress on the shawl, if you could please make it spoiler free in the comments. I'm more than happy for you to discuss it in the comments below. I'm more than happy for you, because I will be asking how you're finding it, but I will be asking that the comments are as spoiler free as possible, because just in case anybody who is doing it, who doesn't want spoilers, does read the comments and then there's spoilers in the comments, that's not ideal. So yeah, if you could try your best to comment, but also just spoiler free, be fantastic. Anyway, back to work. I'll speak to you in a bit. Good afternoon, everyone. I am shattered. It is nearly 2:15, so I finish at 3. I have just taken a quick break, so my tea is currently brewing. And I had a break because I had an appointment with someone today. They've just been, and it was very nice, actually, very nice gentleman, and decided to stand there for a couple of minutes talking about my lovely Lego Titanic, because he is a fellow history enthusiast, and well, it takes up a lot of space, so it's a bit noticeable. So yeah, just talking about old liners. It was quite nice. I'm a little bit weird. Not weird, I just have very weird tastes, because my tastes are all over the place of the things that I enjoy and like. But yes, that was fun. Yeah, so as far as I know, there's no further appointments at the minute, but we can, on the mystery thing that's happening, we can now move on to the next stage and see what's gonna go from there, really, see what happens. But yeah, as I say, I'm sorry, I've got to keep it quite, well, I don't have to keep it, but I'm gonna, because yeah, it just is. It is what it is. But anyway, I have started my mystery knit along, only a little bit. I'm not showing it you yet, not to worry, but my plan is to spend the final 45 minutes working, which is the idea anyway. The ladies have found a course for me. I've been in meetings most of the day today, which, you know, uses a lot of voice, but I seem to be coping okay. I'm keeping my beverages up, and yeah, it's gorgeous today. I keep thinking, yeah, I kind of want to go for a walk, but I kind of don't, because I just want to relax and chill and not do much today. So I've had quite a brain day. I think I'm being booked onto a new training course, which is going to be 3 hours long.
at the start of November, which is going to be quite exciting. So we're trying to arm me with all the questions, because it's going to be a live webinar. So we're trying to arm me with all the questions that we need from the team, so that I can ask all the right questions and get some answers on what we need. So that's exciting. But yeah, it's really just been a working day today, so it's not been the funnest day to bring you along with, but unfortunately that's going to be kind of how Vlogtober is going to go. But it's exciting because it's day one of the mystery knit along, so very excited to get into it with you. But as I say, I won't have done a massive amount right now, but I'll show you what I've got. I also want to show you my socks. I'll show you them later because I've done some work on the socks as well, so that's good. But yes, oh, I showed you my Tomas pullover, haven't I? Yes, I have. But yeah, I'm just avoiding going back to work at the minute because I'm tired. My brain hurts and I want to sleep. But more work must be done. I've got lots of notes to write up and all that good stuff. But yeah, just looking outside, it's a beautiful day. It really is. It's very hot. I don't know why I'm still wearing a hoodie. But there we are. This is your little update, midday update. In fact, I need to have some lunch. I've not had lunch. I cannot believe I forgot that. So I'm going to make myself some food and then go back to work. I've done loads of hours again, so I can have a little bit of flexibility at the minute. But anyway, I'm going to get back to it, and then I'm going to update you a little bit later on with what I'm doing and also some project updates. Speak to you in a bit. Afternoon, everyone. I'm going to do my final check-in of the day now. I am extremely shattered. You will have just seen that I've done a little bit of knitting in the garden. I will show you what I was working on in a moment. And I also did a little bit of gardening, which was nice. The rose bush has been growing across the kitchen window, so what I like to do every so often is just clear that space around the kitchen window so that we can see out nicely. The bush isn't pressing against the window or anything like that, so now I can clean my windows. So that's going to be really nice. But yeah, I do it every so often, just clear that back. I also cut off the dead heads on the rose bush as well whenever I have time. Obviously the washing's out, so I couldn't do too much, but at least I've cleared that window now, so I feel pretty good about myself. I've got outside, that's the main thing. And I also showed you, I'm not sure if you can see it. I can see it because I know he's there, but we currently have a pigeon nesting in the tree at the back. And we found it because we had the gardeners come over. I think it was it last week? I think it was last week.
they came over and they knocked on the door and they asked me what I'd like doing in the garden. So I gave them a list of things, but top of the list is the tree. So what's happening is next door's bush is growing over the top of our tree. So our tree is now completely draped in this bush. And I would like that all cut back because our tree is not getting the light that it needs to grow and survive. So I'm very worried that the tree is going to die because of this bush that's growing over the top of it. So I asked them if they wouldn't mind clearing that. And they were like, no problem at all, that's perfectly fine. So off they went. About 5 minutes later, they came back and they said, the tree's a no-go, I'm afraid, because you've got a pigeon in it. Oh, God. Not again. So essentially, I think it's the same pair. I think they obviously got some business done and they are having another one. So we're going to have to wait until they leave the nest before we can do anything with the tree, which is fine. I don't mind doing it in winter. Winter will be fine. It's probably a better time to do it, really, to hack that bush back. But yeah, so I thought I'd show you a little bit of footage to show you the culprit sitting in the tree, but he's very obscured, so I don't know if you're going to actually be able to see him, but he's there. And I do love pigeons. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, but I love them. I think it's just because they're so quirky, and yeah, I feel like a bit of a parent whenever we have anything nesting in the garden or making the garden home. I feel quite a sense of responsibility to look after them. So I said to the gardeners, perfectly fine, don't worry about it, just, you know, do whatever else you can do. So that was fine. But yeah, so I thought I'd just show you him because he's adorable and cute and he looks quite cosy actually. He probably stayed quite dry because it's quite sheltered under there. But yeah, so that's the garden stuff for today. Now to show you the crafty stuff. So as I said, and as you will have seen, I did a little bit of knitting in the garden, and all I wanted to do was just to finish off the heel flap of my, what are they called? The Lavender Moonflower socks by Botanical Yarn. I can do this. It's been a long day. It's been a long day for me. It's not really been much for you, but yeah, it's been a lot of head stuff. But yes, these socks are by Twin Set and Pearl. That's the design of the sock, and it's the Lavender Moonflower socks. And the yarn is by Botanical Yarn. And as I say, I just wanted to get the heel flap finished. So now I can pick up the stitches and, oh no, I need to do the heel turn. Then I can pick up the stitches and do the gusset. And then I can just carry on with the rest of the sock then, so that's good. I do need to do the other sock, obviously, because they are a pair, but this is the first sock. But I'm really happy with my progress so far because Mystery Knit Along has started. So obviously, everything else gets pushed to a side. So that's what I'm going to show you next. Let me just pop this somewhere. There we go. Also, please excuse me. I think I am developing a cold sore on my nose. Just to add to everything else, you know, they only tend to develop on me when I'm extremely run down. Either there'll be a lot happening, I've had a cold, and I just, not that I can't cope, but it's a lot, basically. So, yeah, it's not entirely unexpected, but it's just annoying, and it's going to look pretty grim. So, my apologies for that. It is what it is, really. Yeah. I don't know what else I can say, but just to note that in case you do notice anything on my nose and it looks a bit unsightly, that's why. Anyway, here is the beautiful mood bag. So I'm going to open it. I've actually transferred the project into the top. So, right, before I show you this, huge spoiler, well, it's not a huge spoiler warning because I haven't got very far, but spoiler warning, I am about to show my progress on the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along Go Go Dynamo. Obviously it's clue 1. But I've not got very far, but I do want to put a spoiler warning in because obviously if anybody doesn't want any spoilers, I will say goodbye now. I'm not going to do much after this. I am just literally going to show you this and then we're going to close out the video. So if you don't want to see any spoilers, I will see you tomorrow. If you're happy to carry on, then spoiler warning, I'm about to show the Mystery Knit Along. So hopefully everybody has done what they need to do. So about to show the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along Go Go Dynamo. Right, let me try and get it out the bag first. What's that? It's just me being weird. Anyway, in here, that's the pattern. Let's put that over there. And in here, I have got my, I don't know why I put that in there as well. Let me take that out. It's taking up room. But here we are. Those are my colours. And here is what I've done so far. So this is clue 1, as I said. And let me actually put it on a, hang on. I've been tangled all day. I think that's the issue when you start off, especially one of Stephen's shawls. There's a lot of yarn going on. I always cast on with a needle that is far too big in terms of cord. So it's always a bit unmanageable, but I'm going to show you it on the cord so you can get an idea of the shape so far. So here we go. And this is the first section, which he has called semicircles. So yeah, they are pretty much semicircles. It's the kind of shape that I love starting with as well. So I'm enjoying that for what it is at this point in time. But there it is. So far, that's all I've done. Where am I up to? I think I'm up to the first pattern repeat. I don't know what I've actually done with, oh, here it is. Apologies. I think I'm on row, yeah, I'm about to start row 20. So really not that far in, but that's what it's looking like so far. There we go. So you've got an idea of the shape there. Now I do use 4mm needles. I think the pattern calls for, just dropped my work. What does the pattern call for? Needles. It requests 3.5mm circular needles, and I always use 4mm needles. That's just a preference for me. I haven't gauge swatched. I've just assumed it's going to be the same. So you can see that it's quite a loose fabric. That's just how I like to knit these. I don't know why, but it's just my preference. And yeah, that's, I think I probably said yesterday what size needle I was using, but that is why I just, it's what I like, basically. So there it is. As you can see, it's very loose, but I'm happy with that. Makes me happy, and I quite like this as well. So as we can see, well, no, you can't see because the fabric is so loose, but essentially where I've got my contrasting colour, which is my green, it is stockinette stitch. Yes, you can see that. And then where the grey is, my main colour, it's actually garter stitch, it's pearls. So it creates this really lovely change in texture. Oh, that's perfect. So you can see the change in texture there. We're increasing every so often, and yeah, there's not a lot to give you thoughts and feelings on just yet, other than I love this shape because this is my favourite shape to make when it comes to a shawl. I love a half moon-esque shawl. I just feel like it fits me nicely. Whether this shape is going to stay, who knows, because it's Stephen, and I'm pretty sure he's going to take us on a bit of a ride. So I am ready for it. I am ready. So this section is actually quite simplistic to me. What have we got? We've got increases, knitting, purling. That's about it really in terms of the techniques in this first section. As I say, I haven't gone any further than that. I don't think. I haven't read any further. Oh. Okay, interesting. Okay, so the next section sounds like it's going to be quite interesting. So I am going to aim, not that this isn't interesting, because this I could probably do as bedtime knitting as it stands, which is fantastic. I love it when Stephen does this and allows me to get some of this done in bed. It's perfect. So my plan this afternoon is to put on a movie. I don't know what I'm going to watch yet. Do you know what? I might just put on Titanic and watch the extras, because I really like watching all the extras in movies, especially when they're historical, because I love a documentary and the documentary's on. Oh, actually no, I might put on Ghosts of the Abyss. I might put that on instead actually, because that is more like a movie style documentary. After having that conversation with the man who arrived earlier, it's kind of made me want to watch loads of ship documentaries, and yeah, I've just got an abundance of Titanic documentaries, so why not? Anyway, that's where I'm at. Massive tangent there. And the plan, as I was going, I'm going to put something on the TV and I am going to try my best to get section 1 of clue 1 done, because then I can move on to section 2. And I've only read the first couple of lines and it sounds intriguing. So I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen in the next section. There's quite a few, I think there's, how many sections are there? There's 3 sections from what I can see. So I'm quite excited to really get into the meat of this. So I want to get a lot more going, and what better than just to put on a movie and chill, have a cuppa. I've got a cuppa over there. In fact, the teapot has another cuppa in there. So yeah, I'm waffling now. I'm really tired, so it's just waffling for the sake of waffling. My apologies. But yes, let me know how you're getting on and which section you're on. As I say, I've not done a lot at all. This was lunchtime knitting. And yeah, I'm hoping to, well, my aim is to get section 1 done today. No promises on that because, yeah, the stitch count is going to jump a fair amount. As I would expect from Stephen, to be honest. So very exciting. I am enjoying it so far. Again, there's not a lot I can really tell you about it because that's all I've done and I've not read much. So yeah, really excited, and I'm looking forward to being able to do more and then actually talk more about it and how I feel. Let me know below, as I said, what section you're on. Let me know if you're enjoying it. Yeah, how are you finding it? Are you pleased with your colour choices? I'm really pleased with my colour choices. I mean, I knew these colours would go together anyway because I did the variegated yarn. I've dyed the variegated yarn in this, and they're just colours that just look really good together anyway. So that's all good. So I am going to leave that there for now. And yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Really excited. So as I said, I will leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it does mean the absolute world to me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and tomorrow as well, because you won't be seeing me again until tomorrow evening. So thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.